Warren Buffett used to refer to the stock market as a place where less sophisticated, less informed, less intelligent investors hand their money over to more sophisticated, informed, and intelligent investors. That's not what we want for you. We want you to be on the side where you gain and you profit, not lose. But how do we do that? Hey folks, Colin Richards here. I'm president and founder of Lord & Richards, and once again, I am thrilled to be with you today on this episode of the Lord & Richards radio show. Today, I'm going to be talking to you about the single most important thing that we at Lord & Richards do for our beloved clients, and that is to help you achieve financial independence. And whenever I make that statement, as we work with folks just like you every single day, people ask me, well, what do you mean by that, Colin? Could you define financial independence? That could mean a lot of different things for some people. I know amongst younger generations, it's about retiring early, right? Stopping working maybe in your 20s or 30s. That may be your goal as you listen in today, but as I'm describing financial independence for the vast majority of people, it means coming to a point in your career where you're no longer dependent upon the income from your career, whether you're self-employed, you have a business, or whether you are employed by someone else. Whatever it is, it's to the point where you don't need to go outside of your normal daily leisure activities in order to provide for yourself. Now, you may choose to do that, right? You may choose because you love what you do to continue doing it, and money happens to be an additional fringe benefit, but it's not because you need it. And so I define financial independence this way. It's doing what you love with the people that you love in the places that are special to you and not having to work to pay for it. Does that sound like a good definition today? Well, as we talk today about financial independence, the big question isn't whether people want it. I never have met anyone who didn't want to be to the point where they only worked for pleasure, right? We all want to be at that point. And some of you, as you listen into what I'm sharing today, may already be at that point, but you want a plan in place to make sure you stay in that place. Because whether you've built a fortune through business or whether you're just working hard and bringing home a paycheck month after month, every one of us not only wants financial independence, but when we achieve it, we don't want to lose it. And what I've found, as I've worked with thousands of people and as our advisors across the country have been meeting with and developing what we call a financial independence roadmap. For every client, we develop a roadmap to financial independence. And what we found is people are excited because as we come alongside you, you share concerns with us, right? Some of you listening have been sharing concerns with me. You may be clients or you may have visited with us. And you're sharing things like, Colin, I don't want to run out of money before I run out of life. Or, Colin, it's important to me that I don't bankrupt my household because of health insurance costs or long-term care costs or whatever expenses related to my health at the end of life. I don't want that to happen. Or others of you are sharing, Colin, the government, I don't care what tax environment we're in. It just always seems like they're taking so much of my paycheck. I'd like to find ways to make sure I don't overpay my taxes, both now while I'm living, but also when I pass away. I don't want everything I've worked so hard for to go to the government. And then others of you have shared the critical importance of making sure that your assets don't get destroyed by market downturns, right? You've shared that concern with me hundreds and hundreds of times. And as I have learned from you over the years what is important in financial independence, we have developed a model to help you develop a plan to achieve it and keep it so you can retire without worry, so you can go to bed at night without worry about money. My clients need to sleep, okay? It's good for your health. It's good for your wealth. And so what I'm talking about in the next couple of segments has to do with how to achieve financial independence in a volatile and unpredictable world. Because, if there were things that we could just count on If the world had complete reliability, if we would know that, our tax rates are always going to be what they are, and the market is never going to deliver a devastating blow, and, my health is always going to be as good as or better as it ever has been. If we knew those things, maybe planning wouldn't be as critical because you could just count on those things and plan around that. But I find that in the volatile world in which we live, not only volatile in terms of economics, but that is certainly important. The stock market is a place of opportunity for both you and the person on the other side of your trade. Warren Buffett used to refer to the stock market as a place where less sophisticated, less informed, less intelligent investors hand their money over to more sophisticated, informed, and intelligent investors. That's not what we want for you. We want you to be on the side where you gain and you profit, not lose. But how do we do that? Can we actually develop a plan for that? The answer is a resounding yes. We can put you there. Well, what about my health? It's one of the biggest expenses in retirement for many people. It's their second greatest expense behind taxes. But it is the number one cause of bankruptcy. When we get to the point where we cannot take care of ourselves, our assets get drained at an alarming rate if we do not have a plan in place. As I'm fond of repeating, it's not original to me, but planning without a comprehensive plan for healthcare leaves you exposed and open to potential bankruptcy. Number one cause of bankruptcy in retirement. And so today we're going to take the time to work through how to develop a written, comprehensive plan. At Lord & Richards, we call it a Lord & Richards roadmap or a financial independence roadmap. It is a document written down because what we discover is things that aren't written down as part of your plan rarely get accomplished, right? The people who achieve their goals the greatest have them written down. Actually, a study has been done by an esteemed professor showing that there is a exponential increase in the likelihood of goals being hit when they are written down. And so as we turn the corner into the tools and the strategies that we need in the next episode, I just want to tell you the 5 written plans that you need as part of a comprehensive plan if you want to be financially independent now or in the future. Number 1, you need a written risk management plan, not only for growth, but for risk management. You need a written healthcare plan to make sure you're not bankrupted by the high costs of healthcare. You need a written tax reduction plan. Thirdly, you need a written estate plan, right? Those plans that we have for when life finally comes to an end and we leave behind to others, we want to make sure that's left behind to those that you want to leave it behind to. And then finally, we need a written income plan. Now, this sounds overwhelming if you try to piece it together yourself. The good news is we're doing this every single day across the country, helping people just like you. Wherever you are in life, we can help you develop a written plan to achieve financial independence. It just starts with a simple phone call.